best way to just kick it off with a dual fiber, because what a dual fiber is the bottom's dense and the top is light. So it'll kind of help you flick it off easier so you don't rub it in. You're flicking it off your skin. The other thing is that these are good for is putting on your powder when you're finished, if you powder your face. As I get older, I don't powder my face unless I'm going out. Alright, let's see if I can blend this a little, so it's not such a line. And that took away the pretty of the color. So, not a fan at all. Okay, so now I need to do this mascara that's supposed to be so great. Let's see how it does. One of the other things I learned lately with the swoosh palette that I did that tutorial on, is using that as an upper liner instead of a liquid liner is really good if you wipe your eyes. Because the other day I had my liquid liner on. I wiped my eyes, y'all, and oh my gosh, it went all over my cheek. Because I went like that, it went all over my cheek. And I thought, you know what? A powder liner wouldn't do that. So I'm going to go to my swoosh. This is the swoosh. Remember this one that I just did recently? And I'm going to go to the eyeshadow color, this dark black. Or it's a very, very, very dark brown. I think it is black. Oh, it says line. So that is what it's for. And I'm using a long liner. Usually it's half that, but this is a long liner. And this is their brush, which I do like. And just literally make my little tail and then come in right on the inner color. And see, that's a nice lining job. It really is. Look at that. I like this product. And partly I think it's the brush. Give a little tail. And then I like to start with the inner corner with what's the most, and then just go across the lash line. You can wet it, and that's going to make it more pronounced, but I kind of like that this is a soft black line. Do you see? I kind of like that. Much softer than like a pencil or brush liner would be, which is a little more harsh. But sometimes I want that look, not a harsh look, but a more bold liner. Okay, so now let's go and do the lashes with this new mascara from Selena Gomez. Press down and it should pop the lashes up. Come on, lashes, get up. They're not popping up. Come on, little lashes. Why are you hanging down there? Try it again. These are all real problems that you're seeing happen. Real world problems. Real makeup world problems. Okay, so I'm giving it a good. You know, I got to tell you, this palette is just not worth it. That's a decent look, but I mean, I've got so many palettes that could pull that look off. It definitely is not. And I've got a ton of fallout, and I've already brushed it off once. I've got even more fallout. And I'm trying to think, could it, being fair to the brand, is it something that's already on my eye? And it's like, no, the only thing that was on my eye was their product. Because remember, I did use their, tipping the lashes out first. I did use their product for, like a primer, powder primer. You know, just went over the whole eye. Okay, I see why people like this, especially having these little short ones. It's so much easier to manipulate. But it does do a great job. Look at that. For a first pass, it's excellent. It's very gel. I'm going to get right at the base first. Either side. What was that? Was that a fuzz? I think that was a fuzz. Yeah, I got to get it off then. Yep. Did I get it? I think I did. So the wiggle, either side down. Gets in between either of the lashes. Wiggle down. So they get real good at the base. Real good at the base. tip this towards the ear and this towards the nose. That's not a bad first pass. It's still kind of thin. That's the only thing. It's still a little bit thin formula to me. Some of the thicker formulas that I get from like L'Oreal or Maybelline, I've gotten very used to. See, that one went well. The best thing to do is to put the eyelash curler, the metal band, down on your, your lashes through it, and sit that band on your lid and press down just a little, and it'll pop up those lashes, and that's when you clamp it down. Curl, and you can let it out, open it a little bit, let it out a little, and curl it back more towards the socket. And you can hold a lot longer. That's just all the time I've got for this. And just swirl this around. Don't go in and out, swirl it around like that. Don't swirl it, cut in and out, or you take all that air down in there and it dries it out. People say it takes bacteria down in there. It takes bacteria down in there because it's going off your lashes back into a tube. So that's why you also never share. That's still your bacteria. Don't ever share with another person your mascara. Really, any makeup you shouldn't share. If somebody really wants to borrow your makeup, let them have it. And go buy you some new. And if it's really expensive, I wouldn't be carrying it in your purse anyway. If somebody needs a little lip gloss touch-up, and they said you got some lip gloss, you can just be honest. And I think you should, to help educate and say, I do, but I'm not really comfortable sharing, for germs reasons. I'm not really comfortable sharing lip gloss. And I same thing with mascara or liner. They're too close to the inner flaps of your liquid parts of your body, like your lips and your eyes. You don't want to get stuff on there. Oops, I did a boo-boo. There, got it. Okay, we're going to get right on the base. And try to get right in the corner there. It's always hard to do. It's a little easier actually with this, because it's a little tiny brush. I'm going to point the inner hairs towards the nose, towards the ears over here, and maybe one more little pass to get right at that base on the lower lash. Okay, now here's the other thing. I'm going to let that dry just a second, and I'm going to add a second coat. A couple of boo-boos, and also there's still more fallout from this eyeshadow. Now, I don't just mean sparkles, I mean pieces of green from that green. It's on the base of my nose. It's making me wipe my makeup off. Not a great experience with that Too Faced palette. Yeah. Not at all. Yeah, not crazy about it at all. Yep, that's going to have to go back. And there's a time that you can do that, and it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take some more of this Rare Beauty. I got to tell you, especially if you like a medium coverage mascara already, I do like this. And I'm going to do extra just to see what does it look like when you bulk it up. Like really add a lot on. Does it really help? It does. It did somewhat dry pretty quickly, which will hold it in position from the curling, which is why you want a water resistant or waterproof. Water resistant is obviously going to be easier to get off. Waterproof will obviously last a tad longer. But I feel like this is good. Now I'm going to tip out my lower lashes, which I didn't do on the first pass. Do it on the second pass on lower lashes only. And you tip them out, and then you go down. Tip the ends and go down. You're purposely getting them thicker. On these little ones. There. That's the completed look on 2 versus 1. I gotta tell you, I think it's really hard to tell anything because of this makeup job I did. I don't feel good about it at all. them out, and now we're just using the tip end of the brush to kind of pull the mascara down. Now see, I got a clump on the end of that. Come up under it. Squint so it'll lift, and then come under it, and that takes it off. Trying to even it out a little bit now. Gotta come under that again. It's a little gloopy, but that's okay because I really do want to add more on the lower lashes so you notice them. Definitely don't believe in these older people saying you don't want to use lower lash mascara because it makes you look older because it pulls the look down. That's not true. What does that mean? Don't look at your lips because they're lower on your face? That doesn't even add up to me, so I don't know why people promote that, but it's good to get a little bit of a third. Oh, I don't think I did a second pass over here, did I? That explains why it looks less. So it's like, that doesn't look quite as finished as the other did. I mean, as far as build up. Here's the other thing about build up. If you wait too long in between, it's much harder. Like, this is harder to do, to keep from clumping. I think I'm going to be able to pull it off okay, but there is some clumping going on. And if you'll notice, it is not staying up. It's just there because I didn't do it fast enough after the first. Do it really slow and push up. See if that helps. Okay, this definitely does have build afterwards.